much better physically, I thought. You know, they tried to go into some ISO situations with Dame and Middleton, and, you know, I thought our guys, listen, they're hard guys to stop. I thought Vooch and Zach did a good job trying to send bodies at Lillard. I thought, you know, Josh did a good job on Middleton, just trying to hold him up. And then I thought that, you know, when they missed some shots, we rebounded. You know, so it was good to see us get, you know, have that kind of presence around the basket, because certainly they were trying to chase it on the backboard late.
To that point about Josh, he's obviously not always in the closing lineup because of Io. He not only hit that big three, but he really did kind of stay with Middleton and make him take tough shots. What do you think about his closing minutes?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's kind of the feeling on the bench was that you got Lillard shooting threes, Lopez shooting threes, and, you know, Middleton's isoing, but they're twos, you know, and Josh has got length, so just trying not to foul him and trying to make him shoot over him was kind of what we hoped for. And listen, he made a couple in the lane, and he's a hard guy to handle because he's got size and he can get it off. But I thought, you know, Josh really competed and battled defensively.
Bill, you guys are like minus 39.9 in clutch games coming into this one, but have a 5-7 record. What do you make of that? I mean, based on that like net rating, it would not seem that you guys would now win tonight, be able to kind of win in those.
Yeah, I don't know if I look at it that way. And again, I don't know maybe the stats you're talking about. Certainly, I'm assuming what's it, the last 6 minutes plus
5 minutes
plus
games within 5 points.
Yeah, I mean, we've had some games where the games have gotten away from us, quite honestly. You know, like there's 5 minutes to go in the game, maybe the game's close, and all of a sudden, you know, they kind of blow the game open at the end. That's happened to us. I would say the Atlanta game the other night was a close game. This game obviously was a close game. I think the New York game was a close game. So to me, like, it's when it kind of comes down to the wire. I understand the metrics of that. But, you know, I think our group's got to learn those situations, because I think Zach and Vooch have been in them a lot. And you know, Kobe, even Io, Josh, you know, as young players, Patrick, I think the more they can be involved in them, the better. I think we've learned some things. I thought we were much better in terms of the shot quality that we generated compared to the other night. Obviously, the two different teams, two different schemes, but, you know, I thought watching film, our guys did a good job coming down the stretch, at least generating good shots. You know, I thought we generated some really good looks. I thought Torrey had some really good corner threes he didn't make. Josh made that one corner three. I thought Vooch had one around the rim late. He just didn't finish. You know, we had some plays and we generated good looks. Some of them we made, some of them we did.
Billy, earlier in the year, Josh was visibly upset with his own defense. Wasn't finishing games. What does it say about the work he's done in that time, where now you seem to have a little more trust in keeping him out there against guys, using that length to your advantage, and then him actually looking like he's staying in front of guys and playing better defensively?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's like we talked about, you know, before the game, you know, with him is, or maybe it was the other day when we talked about it, I've seen growth in that area, and I've seen more competitiveness in that area. And again, he's got good size, he's got good length, he's got feet. You know, I think the biggest thing is how well he can navigate screening actions and getting over it. And I thought he fought through a lot. I thought he fought on post-ups tonight. I think I mentioned to you, he's capable, you know, but he's got to do it consistently.
Is he willing?
Yeah, I think he is. I think when you point things out to him, I think he realizes, you know, areas, and he enjoys watching film. He likes looking at stuff. He wants to find ways to get better. You know, I think he's been willing to try to grow in that area, and I've seen significant progress for him. And even I've seen progress with him in terms of the shot quality that he's generating for his teammates. So, you know, again, I think I mentioned the other day, you know, it's going to be a little bit of an evolution for him just because it's the first time playing with these guys, getting to know them, his game, their game. But I think he's gotten better and better, you know, as the season's gone on from where he was early in the year defensively.
Billy, you had 56 points in the paint and dropped your three-point attempts. Kobe in particular was really focused on getting downhill and attacking the rim. Was that a game plan that you guys had, especially with Giannis out? I mean, they still have size with Lopez and Portis, but was that a concerted effort offensively?
I think the emphasis every night is to get to the rim, and then I think once you get there, we got to make good decisions. I thought our decision making was really good. The times that we kicked it out, we generated good shots, and there was times we were able to drive in there and finish. So we're always going downhill as much as we can. I think one of the things that's created the volume of threes that we've created is we've been in the paint a lot. And when you're in the paint, you're forcing help in rotation. That's when the kickouts are there. I think for us, we've got to make good decisions because we have not been a very good team you know, finishing at the rim. So sometimes when you're going down there and you're trying to shoot the ball over top of Lopez or over top of Giannis and guys like that, those are hard shots to make for anybody. So if we gotta draw help and get two on the ball, we gotta make the next best play. And I thought tonight we made good decisions. When we could get to the rim, we got there. Like I thought Kobe made a great decision where he came off that screen high when I think the game was maybe tied, and Lopez was back and he stopped and he took a 15-foot pull-up jump shot. You know, instead of trying to maybe force forward into the rim, he made a really good decision. But that's been kind of our growth, quite honestly, as a team, is because we haven't finished. Some of it has been, shots are tough to make over some of the people we've tried to make them over, and then we've got to differentiate between taking those shots and kicking it out. But when we got there and we haven't shot it, that's what's really opened up threes for us.
What did you make of the non-Vooch minutes tonight?
The
when
non-Vooch
Vooch was
minutes?
off the floor, yeah.
I mean, I was dealing with Lonzo with the minute restriction, Josh with the minute restriction, Patrick with the minute restriction, and Sticks out. So, like, I was just trying to be honest with you, throw bodies out there in the first half just to see maybe what it looked like. They elected to kind of play Portis that whole first quarter and bring Vooch back. I thought I played Vooch too much in the first half, but it just kind of worked out that way. And then in the second half, I ended up playing him the whole, basically fourth quarter. But that's kind of the hand we were dealt with, you know, tonight. Now, like, I think that was a little bit of a different non-Vooch lineup than we're used to playing with. But I thought Torrey came in and gave us, I thought that group, quite honestly, I think Vooch may have been on the floor, played pretty well, you know, to start the fourth quarter. We kind of got back in the game, or, you know, kind of got control of it. We played with pretty good energy, but, I mean, it had its ups and downs, but I thought the guys competed hard.
Thanks, Coach.